Shalom, my name is Rabbi Zachary Silver, and I have the privilege to serve as Rav Beit Sefer, the school rabbi at Rochelle Zell Jewish High School. I want to offer a couple of words of Torah for this Shabbat Zachor, this Shabbat of remembrance, the Shabbat before Purim. The Akiva Schechter community is one filled with Torah, just deep learning in every capacity, and it's such a privilege to learn with so many of your graduates. And with that, I offer some words of Torah for this Shabbat. Famously, we sing a song when we enter Adar. Rosh Chodesh Adar, we start singing, perhaps even a little bit before. Misha, 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 Nichnas Adar. Those who enter Adar increase in happiness. Marbin B'Simcha, of course, is the end of that song. But have you looked around? It's sometimes hard to be joyous this year. In 2021, what does that song mean? Is that a commandment? Be happy. Be happy right now. Have you ever considered what that would actually mean? Typically when someone says, be happy, that doesn't usually work. Or another possibility is, this is just a reality in the world, an existential reality. Those who enter Adar increase in joy. Again, but there might be so many reasons not connected to COVID where it actually might be quite difficult in my life to increase in joy. So what does this statement, found in Masachet Ta'anit, mean? What does this statement of the Talmud mean? Those who enter Adar increase in joy. I think it's actually a profound lesson in what is Jewish joy. What does it mean to increase in joy in the first place? And moreover, I think Purim is a lesson about what does it mean to relate to our neighbor, and what does joy mean fundamentally in our world. At its core, Purim is about ultimate fragility. Read the Megillah. It was really close, folks. If it weren't for an overturning of reality, things would have been calamitous for the Jewish people of Shushan, for Persian Jewry. There's deep uncertainty in the Megillah. Certainly the first over half of the Megillah, you haven't read it before, it's terrorizing. It's so scary what's going to happen. There's so much uncertainty in the world, and this holiday actually highlights fundamentally what does it mean to be human. Above all, Purim is about feeling deeply. For every other day of the year, we are quite conscious of the social constructs around us. We think before we do in so many cases. But on Purim, I'd like to suggest that we're told to go with our gut. What does it mean to experience joy? For this day, we put on masks, which in so many ways frees ourselves to be fully ourselves. In this way, I think Purim leads us to radical empathy, to bring joy into the lives of everyone we see. It's precisely this holiday of seriousness and paradox that calls us to love the stranger and also our closest friends. The mitzvot of Purim really are a guidepost about what it means to be joyous, and perhaps more importantly, to show joy to others. We gather around a table for a Suda. We are bringing joy to those closest to us. We bring Mishloach Manot, Ish L'Re'ehu. We bring gifts to friends outside of our house. Here's a hamantashen. Here's some candy. I want to give you from myself and to bring joy to you. And finally, most importantly, we give tzedakah. We give matanot la'avyonim. In a world of uncertainty and at times seeming chaos, the mitzvot of Purim tell us that we cannot be alone and that we must reach out to each other. One answer for being in a scary time is actually just to turn inward, that I'm going to be on my own right now and I don't trust the world at all. But this holiday actually states I need you to leave your house. I need you to reach outside of your house, because that's fundamentally what it means to build a joyous community. On this holiday, we show the side of ourselves that we otherwise usually hide. The adult who dresses up and dances relentlessly, the spiels that gently chide those around us. In a world with such uncertainty, during a holiday that specifically acknowledges this reality, is there really any other way? Each Adar we sing, Misha Nichnas Adar Marbin B'Simcha. It's a declaration of fact that those who enter Adar increase in joy. The world is so scary for so many right now. And it is precisely with this backdrop, 1 year of our COVID reality, that this uncertainty is actually written into our Megillah as well in different ways. What does it mean to be joyous on Purim? I don't know if I can make myself happy, but I do know that if I reach out and make other people's happy, and in turn, we have a community which is focused on bringing joy outside of themselves, that indeed will create a joyous community. Misha Nichnas Adar Marbin B'Simcha. It's going to be a joyous Purim. And you know why? Because we're going to bring that joy outward. May this be a Purim where we find joy in being our full self, in bringing matanot la'avyonim, in bringing mishoach manot outside of our doors, and bringing joy to all those who are in our community. Chag Sameach, Shabbat Shalom.